everyone, and welcome to this Friday's energy healing session where we come together in community and we gather to shift something within your body mind as a whole that's ready to be released, that's ready to be let go, that's ready to be healed. And what I do during these energy healing sessions is I tune into the whole and we go ahead and begin the work. So the fact that you're here, there's something within this work that's resonating, that's ready to be shifted for you today. Whether you stumble upon my channel, there's something within the cosmos or your intuition that drew you into this work that's ready to be looked at, to be observed, and to be healed. So, had a nice conversation. We get together as a group. Oh, there goes my cat. We get together as a group beforehand, and I ask some questions like, what's happening for you? What's going on for you? And what we came up with today was opinions and how other people's opinions can affect the decisions that you make. Now, even though that these opinions, even though it seems like it's coming from somebody else, is ultimately still your choice. And then you go into perhaps resentment or resignation, saying, well, someone else made the choice and it's not really my fault. And so that abdicates self-responsibility. It's the block that is the thing that's blocking stepping into autonomy, sovereignty, and being able to make a choice for yourself. I need to be right back. My cats are about to have a fight. I'm so sorry. So the first thing that I was going to work with before these opinions came in, or was masculine and feminine. So I have a masculine and I have a feminine cat, and I was going to work with masculine and feminine energies. So maybe my cats are reflecting where there's dysfunction within yourself, with your masculine body and your feminine body. Well, I don't even like to say body, but your essence. Everyone has a masculine and feminine energy within them. And then this can also bring into my cats are having a big reaction. So it could be conflict on the outside, right? So there's no chances, no coincidence. As soon as I started talking about opinions, my cat started to act up and have an argument. And so this could be also internal conflict, where when you're going to make a decision or you have a big choice to make, instead of turning inward, because if you have the questions, you have the answers, that you go outward. Now, I'm not saying that not to go outside and let's say if you have a financial decision to make, that you seek an expert and go, look, this is the situation that I'm in. Please give me your expertise. Give me your opinion on this. I'm talking about those opinions that we get throughout the day, or let's say you're with friends and you're going through something and they tell you how you should be living your life. So this is very different. So we're working here within the liver and the gallbladder, and we're dumping resentment. This is all coming from whew, uh, looking for outside reinforcement for the choices that you make or that you don't make. And then blaming the other person, going, well, see, Sally, Joe, Jeff, whoever, friend X, husband, daughter, sister, colleague, whoever in your life gave me bad advice. Or, oh, they told me what to do and now I did it, and you went against yourself, you went against your own impetus. You said, okay, well, I'm going to dump what is right for me, that inner knowing that comes from the heart and the gut, where that intuition rises and something feels strong and clear. And then you go into listening to other people's opinions, and then you do as they say, and then it leads you down a really terrible path potentially. We need to start to dump that that habit or that neediness of the gallbladder needing to seek other people's opinions to make your choices. And what that leads to is an unhealthy liver where you get resentment in the liver. That anger turns into like an energetic cirrhosis where the same angry stories keep rescending through the liver and through your whole body mind. So we're running, we're dumping the need of opinions, other people's opinions. Um, Now, remember, this is on the pathological side, that neediness, the distrusting yourself, or maybe you don't know which way to choose. Like there's too much choice and you get overwhelmed. The mind kicks in instead of waiting patiently for that gut to come up and that intuition to rise and that inner knowing to bubble up and go, no, this is the way you look at all of your avenues, you use that gut, that discernment, and you make a choice. So from the gallbladder, whether you have your gallbladder or not, you still have the matrix of the gallbladder. And so those are for people who are missing the gallbladder. You still have that energetic print of the gallbladder. Now, let's say if you're having pain in the gallbladder or suffering in some way, or even if your gallbladder is healthy, but maybe you have a hard time making a decision or a choice and you get into overthinking and overanalyzing. We're going to be dumping from there that neediness, that need of other people's opinions as your guiding light. No, no, no. Your life, everyone's life is different, and the opinions that someone else gives you of what you should do is based on their own experience. Now, I'm not saying it's bad. Go get someone else's experience. You can listen to other people's stories and what they've been through and then you get to choose for yourself using your gut and your heart and your discernment and a sharp mind, a sharp brain to evaluate or judge the information and then sit with it, digest it, and see what's good for you. And then you make your own choice. So even if you're using somebody else's opinion to make your choice, it's still the choice that you've made. It's still the choice that you've made. So we're dumping this blame victim consciousness out of the gallbladder, saying, well, I didn't make my own choices, and now it's everybody else's fault. Okay, when you're a child, that's very different. Okay, but if you're listening to this, chances are you're no longer a child. And even when you're little, you still get to make a choice. So we think that we have no choice, but really that's all there is. And even if you're not making a choice, you've made a choice not to choose. All right, so I'm seeing this really thick sludge start to drain out of that gallbladder. We want to bring in beautiful hydration of easy water. Get those cells nice and clean and plump, dumping that consciousness of neediness of others' opinions, and then going into blame victim consciousness when they perchance, you know, gave you a piece of information, maybe that wasn't really meant for you, but you still went ahead and you went against yourself somehow. So we're bringing that gallbladder back into healthy consciousness of catalyzing into making a decision for yourself. And we're linking that into a repair of the liver, and we're dumping resentment, linking that to we're going to dump active memories from the liver. So active memories are all memories that are still churning within your body mind, and it's as if the body mind's experiencing it like it's still happening today. So, for example, you lose your dog, and then you think about your dog, and then you start to have an immediate physical, mental, emotional reaction to that memory as if you received that news today. So we're dumping those active memories out of that liver of the times that, even though it was your choice, you said it was somebody else's, you blamed them for the choice that you've made, saying that it was them that made the choice for you, and then resent them for not making a right decision for you. And this could lead, like we're linking it to your lifetime. So you can think for yourself all those times, whoever you blame in your life in adult years. So this is not children, in adult years, that maybe you blame your parents for things that they did to you or for you in your childhood. Maybe it's colleagues, maybe it's friends, maybe it's partners, maybe it's even someone you're still married to or with. Oh, that, remember that time 10 years ago? Ooh, there's a burp and a release there. Remember that time 10 years ago when you told me to do this and I listened to you and that went belly up? And that leads to mistrust. So now we're dumping resentment out of that liver with an active memory thread to all of those times, those resentment, those angry stories are still over and over in the liver. We're dumping that pathological consciousness and need out of the gallbladder of needing other people's opinions to make your decision. And then it goes into blame victim consciousness, that martyrdom. Poor me. Look at all these people. They make my choices for me. I've lost my power. I'm not sovereign. Right, so that's dumping. We're going to activate the diaphragm and the small intestines to help shift this out of the body mind. It's not doing any good. It's not doing any good there. Right, there it goes. Nice deep breath. There's a release. And then my attention's being brought up into the heart. So we don't want um, a defensive heart. We don't want a defensive heart. So I'm in that heart brain, but also the pericardium. Now, the pericardium is our natural protection. It's the natural protection. So if you don't quite understand the difference between natural protection and defensiveness, I encourage you to look that up, or you can contact me and I'd be happy to walk you through. But what we're doing is we're dumping defensiveness out of the pericardium that actually acts as um, a block to receiving information, receiving guidance, whether that be from the outside. So maybe you have a little bit of, oh, I've been stung before, I've been jaded before, I've been shafted before, oh, I've been, betrayed before. And that creates this body armoring over the heart. So closed heart. And that also would close you down from receiving information, love, support, and also from yourself, right? No man is an island. So we're dumping from that pericardium. No, we're going to do a differentiation, bringing up the wisdom or that intellect or that discernment from the small intestines, because heart and small intestines work together, bringing up that energy of discernment to the heart so we can start to differentiate for you where in your life are you acting defensive or is this a natural protection? And we'll just leave it there because that seems like enough work for today. That seems like a lot's going on. So you'll be able, through this differentiation, get to the heart of the matter. So you'll be able to get to the heart of the matter of what's right for you. And then using that healthy liver and gallbladder, make your own choices in your own life, having your own personal autonomy and sovereignty and responsibility, that no one dumping that someone made me, even though, yes, you may have received a piece of information or an opinion, but in the end, you still made the choice. So there's no one to blame, not even yourself. All right, I'm going to go ahead and tap this in for everyone. What an incredible session. I love these sessions. I never know where it's going to go. Please like, share, and subscribe. I want to grow my algorithm and my reach so we can get healing out to the world, to everyone who needs it. You can join me every Friday live. You can reach out to me and I'll be happy to share that link with you so you can hop on, or you can catch me here in replays if I'm not in your time zone. All right, everyone, have an amazing weekend and happy shifting.